Hello, my name is Sherry Mitchell, and I'm bringing you another melanated moment. When you think of the Ku Klux Klan, most of the time you think of a violent organization in the South that terrorized Black people with cross burnings, lynchings, house burnings, etc. Violent, intimidating. You don't normally think of Colorado as being a capital for the Ku Klux Klan, but it was in the 1920s. It was one of the fastest growing and most prolific areas for the Ku Klux Klan in the United States. And that includes the former slaveholding states of the South. It is estimated that in the early 1920s, one third or 30,000 white US born men in Colorado were registered Klansmen and 11,000 white women. They had control of the state Senate, the House of Representatives, the Secretary of State. They had Supreme Court judges. They had district court judges. The governor of the state, Clarence Morley, was a Klansman. The mayor of Denver, Benjamin Stapleton, was a Klansman. The police chief was a Klansman. You name it, you were going to find them everywhere in Colorado politics, on school boards, in hospitals, in banking, everywhere. While historically they may not have been as physically violent as some of the chapters in the Deep South, they were responsible for terrorizing immigrants, Catholics, Jews, racial minorities. They were responsible for cross burnings, intimidating business owners who decided to hire any of those previously mentioned groups. And because they controlled most of the politics in the state, they were able to legislate to keep racial, ethnic, and religious separation. It is my hypothesis that this is the reason why the Klan was able to grow so quickly in Colorado. The lack of violence that you would see in the South, added with the economic and political power, created an environment making the Klan more acceptable and more visible. Now, let's not get it twisted. The Klan in Colorado were violent. They did kill people and they did burn houses down and they did use a lot of physical violence as intimidation, just not to the extent that they used it in the Deep South, which doesn't make it any better. Their platform was mainly about voter integrity and law and order and immigration. Not sure if any of this is starting to sound familiar at all. Just saying. And while the Ku Klux Klan is not as visible as it once was, it still exists. There is an active chapter in Colorado Springs currently, as well as several other communities around Colorado. And the Southern Poverty Law Center states that there are many white supremacist organizations still very active in Colorado, including the Proud Boys, the Ku Klux Klan, many neo-Nazi and white nationalist groups here in our state. Thank you for joining me for this melanated moment. If you are interested in learning more about these history facts, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share.